All right, guys, this is kind of a iPhone XS, XS Max, XR Q&A video. No fancy animations, just a discussion, just me sitting here talking and fanning my hands around and showing you the phone and playing with it and stuff like that and answering your questions. So with that being said, I've gotten an onslaught, just a bunch of questions. Should I upgrade? Is this an upgrade? What should I do? And I often wonder why people turn to tech reviewers for this. But I guess they do it because we have all the products here. Like on my desk, I have a boatload of technology that the average person probably doesn't have. So I'm going to answer to the best of my ability and be as forthcoming and honest as I can. No shade, just me answering your questions that I keep getting in my inbox and on a lot of my videos. So the first question I'm going to answer is, should you upgrade? If your phone is already working, do not upgrade. Unless you have a busted phone or something, or it's just something, your phone's broken or something, you don't need to upgrade. Don't spend the money, especially if you have an iPhone, because my iPhone 6s and iPhone 10, I keep the iPhone 10, the iPhone 6s close by because it's like the business numbers on this phone. So if you have another iPhone, like let's just say you have a 10, 6s Plus, 7 Plus, 8 Plus. If you have any of those phones, and those seem to be the people that are asking me, should I upgrade? And I just said it before, don't upgrade if you don't need to. Like if your phone isn't broken, don't upgrade. If you just, because what you have is that anxiety. Sounds like the people who are asking me this, they have that itch, every year, some people upgrade every year. Some people, Apple has this trade-in program. I'm not on the Apple trade-in program, but because I don't want to trade in my phone every year. I'd rather just sell it and get something else or keep it or whatever. But they have a trade-in program. If you're one of those people who like to upgrade every year, join Apple's trade-in program, man. Do it somehow. Figure it out like that. Find a way to make it convenient for yourself financially. But the short answer is no. Don't upgrade if you just don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Just because you have it available, don't walk into the store and feel pressured by the reps that you have to get what they call, and Apple calls, the latest and greatest. And it's not just Apple, it happens with every OEM, Samsung, all these companies. They all tell you that the next one is better than the next. But, I did a skit on that with the Note 9 from my Note 8. In that video, I pretty much explained why, I wasn't going to keep my Note 9 after having it for like a month or 2 months or whatever. Started to stick with my Note 8. And the same thing for the iPhone 10. If you don't need the upgrade, or you don't have to have it, just don't do it. Personally, okay, I have the 10 and the 6S, but the 10 is a nice phone. But the 10s Max is going to give 10 owners something that they probably been wanting, which is a bigger screen. You get a big battery, you get a bigger screen, you get better cameras, you get better speakers, you get faster phone. It's a choice that you have to decide whether you're going to experience those things or not. That's what you have to figure out. Is it going to be, when people ask, is it worth it? You got to decide, and you got to remember that this is just another iPhone, folks, which means it's going to act just like the other one that you already have. It just looks different. It doesn't matter that it has the fastest internals and all that stuff, because I'm telling you, my 6S that's sitting over there, and the 10 is actually a lot faster, but the 6S is blazing fast on iOS 12. It's really good. That's just what it is. So those people who have the bigger iPhones, when you ask, should you upgrade? I just told you. But if you just have to have it, sell your iPhone first. Sell your current iPhone and get as much as you can for it. Now, if you're not, like if you got like a 256 gig iPhone 10, you should be able to at least get $750 for that, easy. If it's in new condition, if you had it in a case, throw in, you still got the box, throw in, you still got a little bit of warranty left probably, throw things in there, give them a new case, give them a new tempered glass, a new screen, something that's not open, make it look new again, mint condition, sell it on Swapper, or Craigslist, sell it wherever you want to sell it to a family member. You should be able to get at least $750 for a 256 gig iPhone 10, because I say that is because the value on those seem to be increasing because it's been discontinued. Now, personally, the 256 gig space gray iPhone 10 that's in this house, I will not be getting rid of it. It's here to stay. That's just what it is. Now, but don't base your choices off of what I'm saying. But that's what I recommend for iPhone 10 owners. Now, iPhone 8 Plus and iPhone 7 Plus owners and iPhone 6S Plus owners, 6S Plus owners, just keep your phone because they're going to try to shaft you and give you like $50 to $100. So just keep your phone. 7 owners, you might be able to get 300, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But 8 Plus owners, the most you can probably stretch out of that is a little over half of what you paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a win-win for you. You know what I'm saying? You just have to try to squeeze as much money as you can. Now, if you have a iPhone 6 or 6S, or just, the smaller ones, the 7, like this bad boy is so beautiful. If you have one of these, if you have the 6S, don't even bother selling it, because again, just like the 6S Plus, they're gonna shaft you. They're gonna try to give you $50, $100, or something like that. Don't do it. Just don't even waste your time with it, because the 6S runs like a champ on iOS 12, man. It really does. So don't even sell this phone. Just keep it as, if something happens to your other phone, keep it as a backup or whatever. But I will say that if you have the 6S Plus, the 7 or the 8, try to sell those and try to get as much as you can for those 2 phones if you can do that. This is for the person that actually really wants the iPhone XS Max. If you don't want the XS Max and you're waiting for, let's just say you're coming from the 6S and you're trying to go up, I say go to the next one in line, which will be like the 7 or the 8. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be comfortable. You'll be in your comfort zone. But if you just really want to break out, you know what I'm saying, and go full-fledged with it, get an iPhone 10 if you can find one. Because it's been discontinued. I'll put my other box back on. It's been discontinued from Apple, so that means you're going to have to try to find it pre-owned on Swapper or find it through your carrier. So you decide what you want to do. But ultimately, if you have this phone and you don't want to go this big and you want to get something that's nice, definitely go to the 10. I mean, you can still get a great deal on the 10. You don't want to spend $1,000 on a 10S unless you want all these so-called greatest and latest specs. The 10 is more than capable. It doesn't fall apart just because a new one came out. You know what I'm saying? So the 10, you'll get a better deal, and you'll still get all the stuff, the memojis and all of that stuff. Now, if you just want to stay in the realm of like this style of phone with the home button and everything, obviously go to the 7 or go to the 8 like this. I say jump up to the 8 if you want to stay in this size. You will not be disappointed. Put you a nice outer box on it like me, put a tempered glass on there, and it's a wrap. You're done. Or just any case that you favor, and you're done. Now, upgrading is something that the companies and the OEMs try to put on you, and because they want you to feel like your current phone is just lame. You know what I'm saying? That's the hype train. Don't get on the hype train. But for those of you who, okay, now here's another question that I've gotten. I don't even have an iPhone. And I want the best. Well, currently, this is the best offering that they have. Until the 10R comes out, I have to decide later. But this is the best offering that they have for the big iPhones. If you want the smaller iPhone, obviously the 10S. That's just the way that's the only answer I could possibly give you. So you just have to make a choice. I want to go big, or I want to go small. But if I'm willing to spend the money, I'm going to tell you, if you do decide to get the 10S or 10S Max, get the middle ground. You don't have to. Now, if you plan on keeping it and not upgrading for like another 3 to 4 years, go ahead and get the 512. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying do this. I'm just saying this is your choice. Like, how much memory you want. What I'm getting at is that the 64 is probably not going to be enough. I've seen a lot of people in my videos saying, yo, Jay, I started off with the 64, but I had to exchange it and get the 256 gig. So I have the 256 gig, obviously, and I've only used about 30 gigs so far. I didn't get it based on, oh my gosh, I need to try to fill this phone up. No, I got it on, oh my goodness, I want to have this at my disposal. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have, because Apple phones, they don't control your storage. This is going to be a big statement right here. They don't control your storage like other phones, meaning the amount of content I can use through media and filming. Now, this is from a filmer's standpoint. I could use this phone to shoot videos on my channel in 4K at 60 FPS, unlimited joint, no problem. You know what I mean? So, with other phones, you can't do that. You got all these time limits and things like that. So if media content, and you get iMovie free, you know what I'm saying? You get free software with the Apple phones that I really like, man. So yeah, it's a matter of your choice, man. I did the video on the Note 9, Note 8, you know what I'm saying, comparison, should you upgrade? Now, if I had my iPhone 8 Plus, somebody asked me, I forgot the guy's name. I'm just gonna pull his comment up if I can find it real quick. He was talking about like me buying this phone and saying that it's not an upgrade, but I said the Note 9 wasn't an upgrade. Well, that's my perspective. The Note 9 wasn't a big enough upgrade in my experience for day-to-day use. Now, if I was coming from an 8 Plus, then I would have something. His name is Brandon Ayers. And shout out to Brandon Ayers. You know, when you're reading text, sometimes it can sound like the person is like upset or something like that. But I try to read a message from somebody as though they're not upset. I just read it for face value. That's about it. I take it for all right off the surface. So when you read those comments on the unboxing video for this phone, we're not fighting in the comments. We're just two techies who love it all. And shout out to Brandon Ayers if he's watching this. It's all love, man. I appreciate all the support. But he was pointing out that I said the Note 9 wasn't a big enough upgrade over the Note 8. Well, that was just my experience and from value from me keeping my Note 8. I said it a bunch of times that I'm not gonna trade my Note 8 just in case I don't have the best experience on the Note 9. Now, here's the thing about that Note 9 video. I actually praised the Note 9. I think it's a great phone. However, I'm one of the few people who kept the Note 8 and didn't trade it in and didn't sell it right away. Now, if I would have traded my Note 8 or sold my Note 8 and then we've been stuck with the Note 9, would I feel different? No, my experience would have been the same. I just would have nothing to fall back on. So, you know, that's the good part about I didn't rush into giving up my Note 8 or selling my Note 8. I wanted to hold off. I didn't want to give it up so quickly. And with the iPhone 8 Plus, if you have, if I had an 8 Plus still, I probably would have went on here and upgraded to this. Now, if I was the average consumer trying to save money, phones are the last thing that I'm thinking about. Like before, early on when I was still on the force and I wasn't really thinking about phones, obviously I carried a BlackBerry and a pager and I had a little, walkie-talkie joint. Those things were just things to me. Even though I've always ran my own company since '97, the tech thing was just a thing to me. It wasn't out front. It was like work. So, I wasn't focusing on, I gotta have the best. As long as it worked, I loved my BlackBerry. I drove that thing to the ground. When it broke, I got another one. That is how the average consumer thinks. They don't put phones out front like we techies think that they do sometimes. So the Note 8 to the Note 9, Note 9 to the Note 8, it's not something that you should just pull the trigger on. And the same thing goes with this phone right here. As I've tried to explain in detail as much as I could, if you have certain phones, I've already said my opinion how you should do it if you just have to upgrade. But the short answer is always going to be no. If your phone is working, do not upgrade. Save that money and put it towards something else. That's what you should be doing. But yeah, man, is this an upgrade? On paper, it's an upgrade, just like the Note 9 is an upgrade on paper compared to the Note 8. But the experience of every user is going to be different. You have to remember this. You have to remember this. And it's, that's just how it goes. Now, I will say that battery life is greatly improved over other iPhones. And, because Apple decided to go ahead and do screen on time. And you can see here, I haven't charged since 10 p.m. on Tuesday last night. And I've already got 7 hours of screen on time. And what is this? I'm at 22%. So that's good battery. And the iPhone 8 Plus models and the 7 Plus models and the 6S Plus, all the big iPhones normally have much better battery. But keep this in mind, folks. If you're thinking about upgrading, this is not this big jump if you have a 10. Should you keep both? That's your pockets. I don't know if you should keep both. But I tell you what, I'm going to show you a phone what I think that I could recommend. This is where Apple should have gone, right here. They should have done something like this. This is a beast right here. This is my Vivo Next. This joint is hot. This is innovation. This is not. This is just a mild upgrade like most OEMs have. It's no secret. Going into buying an iPhone, you know what you're getting. You buy the Next S, the Vivo Next, you're gonna be surprised at a lot of stuff on here. A lot. That's just what it is, man. You know, this is innovation, man. This is real innovation. This phone right here crushes the iPhone, man. I mean, that's just what I think, man. You know, I'll have that video out later. Look for it. I'll show you what I mean. That's just my opinion, though. That's not nobody else's opinion. That's just my opinion, how I feel about it. That doesn't mean I dislike the iPhone and hate it. I'm gonna return it. No, man. I'm keeping this thing going. You know what I'm saying? This is where it's at. The iPhone XS Max is going to be an upgrade to a lot of people. Again, right now the R isn't out. The XS Max, do some research. This is outselling the XS. Big phones were brought on and made good thanks to Samsung. Samsung made big phones tight. You know what I'm saying? They laughed at Samsung at first, but I've been rocking with the Galaxy Note line since day one. Samsung made big phones hot. Apple did not. You know what I'm saying? So if you decide to pick up this phone right here, you're buying it because you want a big screen, you want the best offering from Apple, because this is it. Nothing fancy about this, man. The same icons, the same setup, everything's the same. But it's the experience that you get. I got handoff, I got great cameras, I got great battery life. When I say I got handoff, that means I can just pick up an iPad, get one of my laptops or my iMac, and everything just transitions so I can continue to work. It's one of the best features ever. FaceTime and iMessage are untouched by anything Android has to offer. Ask my man Night Tech. He will confirm this. FaceTime and iMessenger cannot be touched by anything that Android or any other operating system has to offer. It's just not happening. iMessage is tight. FaceTime is tight. I like iMessage because I can play games with my daughter. Like I can start a game with her and we can play through iMessage, man. It's clean. And I'm pretty sure there's other phones and applications that can do that on Android, but it's not going to be like iOS. iOS 12 is boss. That's just what it is. So if you're thinking about upgrading, you know what I'm saying, get yourself a nice case. These cases are sitting here because this is what I've been switching between. I've been switching between these right here. Always clean your phone before you put it in the case. I've been rocking out with these right here. The tempered glass that I'm rocking with currently is this joints right here. Until the white stone dome shows up. These are good combinations that I'm rocking with right here, man. This is what it is, man. I like the iPhone XS Max. I'll give you footage on why I like it later. And that's just what it is. All the trolls that stopped by and said Apple was trash, I appreciate you coming by. All you Apple lovers, do we care? Nope. It's your man Jay. I'll see you in the next video. Long discussion, so glad you hung in there. If you did, leave a thumbs up, share it, leave a thumbs down, whatever you want to do. Just come back when I post another video. Just keep coming back. That's all I want you to do. It's your man Jay. I'm out.